Hi, my name is Alberto Lopez and my team has been selected to make a presentation of a new game to the executives of Higher Solutions Incorporated. I would like to introduce a game called Zoo Tycoon for this presentation, and the following topics will be covered by me and my team members. I will be in charge of introducing my team members to Higher Solutions, the basic game idea, and the audience and skill levels. My team member, Timothy Kugler, will cover the type of game, settings and characters, the player interactions and the objectives, rules and limits. Team member Michael Tiberi will be in charge of explaining the platform and rationale, tools and resources needed for development. Team members Alice Spisak and Veronica Payne will be covering the action plan. And at the end, Michael Tiberi will close the presentation with the team's conclusion. In our presentation, we will include information such as timelines for production, marketing goals, startup costs, rollout dates, etc. These will be the actions that will separate our presentation proposal from other teams. As we all know, games are continuing to grow at an unprecedented rate compared to those of the last decade. How games look, function and provide gamers with an almost lifelike experience are of extreme importance. The integration of environment, which is exciting and has many continual challenges, will be essential to the field of current gamers. This type of atmosphere will allow for ease of a support staff, teamwork, relationship, originality, and inspiration to attract the largest community within the gaming network infrastructure. Visibly, the single most important factor will be our marketing. It must engage, inspire, and encourage people in a way that other mediums have failed. This is why we have decided to take the challenge and create a video game knowing it will forever change. The targeted audience will be from kids to adults with medium skill levels. This video game will provide adaptability and continually remain current for a long time. Now I would like to introduce Timothy Kugler, who will talk about settings, player interactions, objectives, rules, and limits. Thank you.
Everyone has their own unique interests in life, and the same is true of video games. Some people like to play war games, whether it's a first-person shooter, fighting people with swords. Some people like to play football or basketball or baseball, while others might want to build a roller coaster or just plant a garden and watch it grow. Now, the way this works is people will have to go out and buy their war game, their football game, baseball game, and planting game, a whole bunch of different games, a lot of times from different manufacturers. So what you have is you've got a bunch of different manufacturers competing, and the money gets spread out between all of them. So wouldn't it be nice if you could have one game that can do all of it? Well, this game can. Every video game has a graphics engine, which is what creates the sky, 3D models of trees, buildings, people, cars, and that kind of thing. There's also an audio engine which creates the sounds. It has audio files for airplanes going overhead or birds chirping, shotgun blasts, and that sort of thing. A lot of these elements are common between all the different games. So why not combine these into one base game that then every other different kind of game can be added to it? For example, you download the audio and graphics engine, and then if you wanted a World War II type game, you could just download that module into it. If you wanted a football game, you could download that module into it, and they would share all the common elements. And you could also do this with it. Let's say you were doing Flight Simulator, have the airplane flying over San Francisco, which is down here. So you've already got San Francisco into the game. Let's say you want to play cops and robbers and chase bad guys through the streets of San Francisco. There's no need to duplicate San Francisco because it's already here. You can use it for both the Flight Simulator, cops and robbers, football stadiums in there, and you can do many other things with it. You can even change the time period of San Francisco. So you can go back in time, have an earthquake, rebuild the city, and that kind of thing. Another thing you could also do with this, if you so desired, is you could have different users do different things. Say, if you want to play your war game, fighting through the farmlands of France, you have a 5-year-old sister or daughter who wants to plant a farm, you could actually combine the two, you could go back through and fight the bad guy in your 5-year-old sister's farmland, if you wanted to. Another advantage this game would have is it could be open sourced, and that is the different modules that can be downloaded can be created by the outside community. Now when you download a module, you can charge the whole point is to not charge as much as a whole extra game for it. But at the same time, we can't be building millions of modules for every different type of battle or game or league. So why not have the outside community do the work for us for free? It would draw people into the game because then they know they could do anything with this one game, but there would be some free outside kind of off-the-wall type ideas that you could also download. And now I would like to introduce Michael Tiberi, who is going to discuss platform and rationale and tools and resources needed to develop this product.